So let's talk about code fear, what it is, but importantly, how to overcome it and become a great programmer. Welcome back, my name is Tim Buchalka with another programming tip of the day, and today's topic is all about code fear, what it is and how to overcome it. Now, there's no one sort of standard way to explain what code fear is, because it really does depend on a few things, and it means different things to different people. But in general, it's a fear of coding. So you're worried about making a mistake, or you just basically can't overcome and get into coding. So you're just basically worried about finishing things and worried about how good you'll be as a programmer. Now, I want to start by using an analogy of learning to swim as an example, but also learning how to drive a car if you're someone who's got a license. So both of those things, I'm sure you would agree, were probably fairly scary when you first started out. Now, the first time I got into a pool, I distinctly remember being quite scared of the water because I didn't have any control over what I was doing. In other words, I hadn't learnt the basics. And the same with driving a car. I'm sure you'll agree the first time that you started driving a car, you're probably, if you're driving a manual car, you were stalling the car, or you were just, stopping and starting. You had difficulty remembering everything, when to put your foot on the brake and not the accelerator by mistake, those types of things. In other words, things were outside of your control, and you were worried and feared because you weren't in control, because you didn't really have the understanding. So one of the big ways, getting back to code fear, to overcome code fear, is to just code. It's just a program. And again, getting back to driving and swimming, how did you get better? You actually spent time doing it. So as you spent more time driving, as you spent more time swimming, and you got the correct instruction. So if you're swimming, someone taught you how to swim and helped you, you became more confident because you were doing it. So again, getting back to coding, the best way to overcome coding fear is to actually just immerse yourself in it and know that you will be making mistakes. It's a reality. All programmers at all levels, from beginners through to gurus, make mistakes. It's a reality. It's something we do as humans. Humans make mistakes. So you're never going to get to the stage of being someone who never makes mistakes. Even expert/guru programmers make mistakes. The difference is they don't fear making mistakes. They understand that's part of the really process of becoming a programmer, or being a programmer is making mistakes. They know if they do make a mistake, they'll just brush it off and say, oh, okay, I made a mistake there and caused that, I better fix it. And they've then got the confidence and skills with experience, because they're immersing themselves on a regular basis programming, to know that that's a mistake, is just part of programming, and they get on with it and actually make the fix. So in general, overcoming code fear is usually as simple as just continually programming, immersing yourself in coding, and knowing that it's a natural part of coding that you'll overcome with more experience. Alrighty, so I hope that helped. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you. If you're ready to look at the next tip, click on up here and you can check that out. If you're interested in coding specific programming videos, click on the link in the bottom left hand corner. Consider subscribing by clicking on the link up here, and I'll see you soon.